Hello, everybody. How are you? Great to be here as always. Today is Tuesday, 13th of May. Hope everyone's having a great day wherever you are. Big thank you to Jane yesterday for Monday Fun Day. Bless her. She's off to work again today at the coffee shop. She's doing quite a few hours over the next couple of weeks because we're away again end of June. So she just wants to make up some hours, and her legs were okay. So that's good news. I haven't spoken to her yet, but she'll be finishing off very shortly. So big thank you to her. I had a quick chat with Chris earlier on, just after his live actually today. So I hope you all had a chance to listen to him. And one of the updates that I want to bring to you is really from Ash. A couple of things actually from Ash. One is that he's very busy in meetings at the moment, involving all sorts of things at the moment. And obviously his schedule, certainly this week, is very tight. So if we don't see him on our webinar, don't worry about it. It's only because he is very, very busy with meetings that he's got this week. But we will keep you obviously up to date with all of that. And obviously if there is anything or any news about that, we will bring it to you as soon as we can. And the other thing is he wants to reaffirm through myself and Chris that nothing is happening with Onpassive. We haven't been stopped. We haven't been told anything to the contrary. And what is happening at the moment with his legal battle is his battle alone. As far as Onpassive is concerned, we're still here. We haven't been shut down. And it really is something that's going to be resolved. He gave us a very broad window, didn't he, that when we saw him, I think it was on his first webinar, to say that he would be able to update us in 60 to 90 days from that date. And obviously the legal things are ongoing. Nothing's happened adversely. He's extremely confident that everything will be resolved, and he really doesn't want us to worry, is the bottom line of all that. He wants he is himself and his legal team. He's got a very big legal team that's involved with this, and they are extremely confident of a positive outcome. He wants us to continue to be positive, supportive, as we are at the moment, but it definitely is. He wants us all to know that Onpassive hasn't been closed down. We haven't been told to cease or anything like that. It really is as it was before. Certainly, this is not impacting the next phase, that's for sure. So that is where the focus is lying. Obviously, things that happen, but that is not his focus. His focus is definitely on moving forward, and that is into the next phase. So I thought I'd bring that to the table. I actually did say to Chris that I probably wouldn't mention things, but because I sort of mentioned it yesterday, but he said Ash would like me to reiterate what he said as well. So there you go. So no update in the OES at the moment. Obviously, as soon as anything happens, we'll let you know. That's for sure. So today's topic I've got is detach. Why have I chosen detach? Because I think it's part of what Ash mentioned on the last webinar and the webinar before that, in fact, that from a mindset, we really need to start moving away from what Onpassive was and how it all worked. So I'm still getting an awful lot of people messaging me, quoting things from Ash said this in 2020 and Ash said that in 2022 and we were told this and we were told that. Absolutely, we were told all of these things, and that was because that was the path and the route that we were going down as far as Onpassive was concerned, and this is how it was all going to play out and become the business that we were told Onpassive was going to be. And then basically huge spanner got chucked into the machine and it went boom. So we had to have a new direction, and part of that new direction is going to be a new business. We cannot get away from that fact. And we need to start detaching ourselves from what Onpassive was, what Onpassive had promised, what Onpassive said it was going to do, what Onpassive was as a business, and start moving forward to look at what this new business has in offer for us all. Now, some people aren't going to be happy with that. That's absolutely fine. That is your prerogative. It's entirely up to you whether you want to come with us into the next phase. Nobody is forcing anybody, nobody is making anybody to progress into the next phase of this business. But you need to understand and detach yourself from the mentality of Onpassive that this is going to be new in a good way. It really is going to be something very innovative, something very special for all of us. Now, I'm not advocating by any means that Onpassive, what we see there at the moment and what was happening there wasn't special. But when you put things together with what our CEO has said over the last 3 webinars and those little snippets and reading between the lines, where we're going and what we are going to have is going to be way better than what was. This is why my detachment from Onpassive moving forward into the new business is going to be very easy. For me, it's going to be, I'm hardly even thinking about Onpassive and the products that were part of the ecosystem within Onpassive. I'm really am focusing on what I believe and think is going to be there for me in the future. That's where my focus is lying. That's why my detachment from there moving forward gives me a big lift. It certainly fires me with energy that I know I'm going to be going into something that's going to be really incredible rather than hanging on to what somebody said and what happened and all the rest of it. Why not release that and grab hold of what is going to be coming? That for me really is more important than what was. Now, this brings me on to people who say, well, what about this? And what about our money? And what about these things that we were told and all the rest of it? We have also been told by our CEO that he wants to zero out Onpassive as we see it today. Now, part of zeroing that out is to make good on any commissions, etc., that were part of the old system. Is that good news for me? Yeah, it is. Is it good news for 5% of you out there? Absolutely, it is. Because I believe that our CEO is good for his word, I'm not concerned about it. And by rights, many of us who have maybe earned sizable commissions should be more concerned than others, but I'm not. I know it will get sorted at some point. That to me is all I need to know. I am focused 100% on what is happening moving forward. And I know that our CEO will do everything in his power to do what is the right thing. He always has done. He's a very open person as far as wanting to do the right thing is concerned. And in fact, actually, it's probably been to his detriment. His underlying niciness, okay, has really got him into a lot of hot water. He's certainly a person who would rather trust somebody than not trust them. And because of this, it's a lot of his trust in other people has led us into the position where we are today. Now, when people tell me, way they should have done. So that money that was activated for the accounts was used. We had the ability to use OConnect within those accounts for nearly a year. We paid once, used it for a whole year, and then obviously things happened in the September of 23, and it all went very wrong, didn't it? The point I'm trying to make here is that when you are parting with money for something, okay, it is your choice. It is your choice to do it or not to do it. Are we doing it because we believe it is the right thing for us so that we can maybe make money from it or monetize it or however you want to talk it? Yes, absolutely. But are we blaming people because it might not have worked out that way? Well, I'm certainly not. It was my choice. You know, it was my choice to do that. I firmly believe that I got more than my value throughout the year that I was using it than what I paid for it. Was it a shock when things happened? Yes, it was. But was it the end of the road? No, it wasn't. And this is where we need to detach ourselves from all of that. We can keep going over the same things, the same stories, and the same rhetoric that we seem to hear an awful lot these days of, oh, this and that, and I paid for that, and I thought we were getting this, and all the rest of it. Absolutely. Okay. But it's time to move on. And if you're not prepared to move on, guess what? Maybe this next phase isn't for you. Maybe where we're going isn't the right place for you. Maybe you should do something else. Nobody is making anybody go forward. Obviously, as a collective, as a community, as a family, we hope that the majority of people will move forward. Why? Because we can see good things. We can see what is going to be happening. We really understand through our CEO what he's told us, that where we're going is a good place. It's a place of abundance. It's a place where we finally get what we deserve for our loyalty and our trust in this man called Ashmu Farah. I personally believe he's going to deliver. Again, that's me. That's my choice. That's what I believe. And that is why I'm releasing and detaching myself from the past, from what happened there, and focusing on where I'm going. This is the important part that I'm trying to get over to you. Regardless of what happened before, have faith in the man that he's still here. He's still working on our behalf. Everything that he is doing is for the benefit of us moving forward to the next phase, the next chapter, whatever you want to call it. That is where the real magic is going to happen. I want to be part of that. I want to be there at the beginning. How many of you, let's just talk about at the beginning for a moment. How many of you have wished, when you see companies, you see new products, you see anything, and you wish, I wish I was there at the start of that. That would have been absolutely epic to be there at the start. Just imagine where I would be now if I was there at the start. If only I'd known about this at the beginning. All of these words, have you not found yourself wishing, thinking, saying them in the past? I certainly have. Here's your chance, guys. This is your chance to be at the start of this next phase. And guess what? He's inviting everyone to be there at the start. It's not a selection. It's not, oh, I'm only having him or only having her, only a select few just at the beginning. No, it's everybody. Krista Grazier, thank you so much for your super sticker, my friend. That's very kind. He wants all of us, the dedicated, the loyal, the ones that want to be there. That's who he's asking to come with him. And if you don't like it, and if you don't want to, or you're not so sure, then don't come. Pretty simple. And before you start saying, Ash Mufareh owes me this and that, if you've got commissions in the old system, he will make good. It's not going to be tomorrow. It's not going to be next month. I have no idea when it's going to be. But the good news is the money hasn't gone. It's just on hold. And the legal system will sort all that out in due process. And I bet you anything that even if it doesn't get sorted that way, Ash being the person that he is, down the line, will sort that out from his own pocket anyway. That's what I believe. That's what I think will happen. This is why I am extremely at ease with what is happening at the moment. I know I'm going to be going to a place that is way better than it was before. That's my opinion. And I've got that opinion from everything that has been told to me on the last 3 webinars by our CEO, Ash Mufareh. You can tell in his body language and the way he's thinking, the excitement in his voice when he's talking about what's going on, the tech team that he's got behind him, working on things, even ahead of him. It excites him. When he's talking and he's saying that about O-Connect, remember what he was talking about O-Connect? He was really expanding the possibilities of what happens if it's not just a video conferencing platform? What happens if there's a product that is integrated with other things as well that are involved in it that nobody else has seen yet? Irina Steksala, thank you so much for you super stickers. Thank you everyone else, by the way. It's very, very kind of you. I do appreciate it. And by the way, I'm getting off topic here, but I love reading all of your messages on Facebook, on my YouTube channels. I try and like and heart the really nice ones and all the rest of it. So keep up the good work, guys, by putting your thoughts in the comments. I love reading them, and so does everyone else. I can tell by the likes. So keep on doing that. I absolutely love it. I've lost my train of thought now. What was I talking about? Anyway, I think the bottom line really for me here, more than anything, is that we need to understand that things are good at the moment. We might not understand it. Okay. We tend to get very nervous and itchy, I suppose, when we don't see our CEO on a regular basis. It's only been a week and a bit. Okay. It's not been a long time since we last saw him. I think it was, what was it, the 3rd, 10 days ago. Okay. Not a long time at all. But even now, people are starting to, I see it. People are starting to say things, and I'm like, what is the matter with you? Have faith in this guy. And if you haven't got faith in this guy, why put yourself through it? Okay. Why be in a position that you are giving yourself anxiety when you don't need to? Go and do something else. Go and find something else. Whatever it is you want to do. Stop looking back over your shoulders and thinking or saying, but what about that? But what about that? It's no what abouts anything. That period has finished. Detach yourself from that period. Look forward to where we're going to go. This is exactly what he wants us to do. He wants us to be proactive moving forward. And if you can do that, then you're going to be in a fantastic place at the beginning of a very special company, in that position where you've often said, I wish I was there at the beginning. That is the beginning. And then you will be one of the very, very, very few people who can say, I was there at the beginning. People are going to ask you, what was it like? And then you can tell the story of your journey, however long it's been. most of them in years to come probably won't even have heard of Onpassive if the new company's got a new name. Why? Because they'll be focusing on that new company. And before people saying, oh, I love the name Onpassive and all the rest of it, so do I. But names change. Look at Twitter. What's Twitter called now? It's called X. Iqbal Patel from India, thank you for your super sticker. Look at Facebook. What's that called now? Meta. Are people having a huge song and dance at it? Yeah, they did at the beginning. Are they having a song and dance about it now? No, they're not. Accepting it, getting on with it. It's just a name. The concept is still the same. I firmly believe that where we are going into the next phase will be better concept than what we have got now. My opinion. I really believe that where we're going is going to be better than where we've been. And if that happens, bring it on. It's good for me. It's good for the bank. Good for my family. So much better. It's going to be as Ash had envisaged it. Talking of that, I also firmly believe, not that anyone's told me, especially our CEO hasn't told me this, but I firmly believe that the two audio videos back in 2018, when he was talking about his vision of where and what he was trying to achieve within the internet space, this is what he was talking about, where we're going to in this next phase. This is where he wanted to be. Onpassive started going in a direction he was not happy with, doing things he was not happy with. People didn't have the vision of where he wanted to go the same as he did. He said it about his new tech team. They're doing things now before he's even told them to do it that he thought he was going to tell them how to do it. And they're doing it already. That means to me that there is a team in place that have not only got the expertise, but has certainly got the vision of what he is trying to achieve. And if you couple all that lot together with what he wants to accomplish, then you know that this next phase is going to be something special. And that for me is all I need. And I hope it's all you guys need as well. And if I can do my part into putting my big arms around all of you and keeping you all together and saying, come on, guys, come on, stick with it. Let's not wander. Let's stay with this. You won't be sorry. If I can do my part in doing that, of keeping the glue together that holds us as one team so that we can all move to the next phase, I know I've done my job. And that's what I try and do on a daily basis with my lives, with speaking to people, doing what I do. Is I really don't want people to miss out on what is going to happen. And by the way, before anyone says, hey, it's all right for you, you're going to benefit from this more than anyone else. How do you know that? I don't even know what's going to be happening in the next phase. So how can you say I'm going to be okay or better off than anybody else? You don't know. I don't know. But that's not why I do it. I do it because I want all of us lot to go forward. And that's where I think doing what I do and trying to take things out of the webinar, expand them, talk about them in front of you, giving my opinion of what they are, I really believe it helps us all maybe understand things a little bit better, but above all, to keep going forward, not to give up on our CEO, Ash Mufareh. Anyway, I've spoken enough. I'll be back around tomorrow, but it might be a little bit later. Jane and I are off to Doncaster to see her mum, who's not good, by the way, but we'll got to do our bit. And so it might be a little bit late. I'll try for 11 a.m., 4 p.m. UK. But if it's a little bit later, then it's a little bit later. But certainly on Friday, There will not be a live on Friday because I'm invited to the football once again with my sister. So I'm going there on Friday and I have to leave at 3:30. But I might actually, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do a recording for Friday. Okay. And I'll put that up. Anyway, guys, that's it from me. Thank you all for your support. Thank you for the super stickers. Really appreciate it. But above all, I appreciate all of your comments. So keep those comments coming. And I will do my very best to read all of them. That's it from me. Bye for now.